This broadcast brings you Monsignor Martin boys basketball action at the Kessler Athletic Center here at Canisius University. This game being brought to you by Empire Electric. But before we get into this game, Western New York Athletics would like to send out our sincerest condolences to the community. We share in your grief. We want to pause for a 10-second moment of silence in our memory. This game being brought to you live by our Western New York Athletics, multiple social media outlets. Canisius University here, home to some Catholic high school basketball here in Section 6. Monsignor Martin Manhattan Cup semifinals, where we're going to see the Nichols Vikings here take on the St. Joe's Marauders. We thank you guys for tuning into this broadcast. Alongside with me is Ryan Gallo. I'm Jacob Fayak. And Ryan, coming into this one, a very fun matchup to get started here in the semifinal round, where St. Joe's is looking to punch their ticket back to the championship game, and as for Nichols, trying to go for a major upset tonight.
Jacob, great to be back next to you, partnered up on a glorious evening Wednesday night, one of the best nights here in Western New York. High school basketball, the Monsignor Martin, one of the most prolific conferences here in Western New York for high school basketball. And as you mentioned, we got a great one with the Nichols Vikings taking on the highly recognized, highly ranked St. Joe Marauders.
Last game for St. Joe's, they got the revenge on Canisius in the regular season finale, winning 55-48, securing the Monsignor Martin title and claiming the #1 seed in the playoffs. Whereas for Nichols, they started their Manhattan Cup playoff run last week, taking down St. Mary's in the quarterfinals. And Ryan, looking at both teams here, what are some big keys you want to see from both sides that can try to get an advantage over one another?
I think first and foremost, and St. Joe's has imposed this identity for most of the season with the big man in the middle, Nate Blemon. That gentleman is very hard to contain. And the Nichols Vikings, they're going to have to really try to find a way, whether they double team or however they're trying to game plan for him defensively, try to nullify as much as you can. You're not going to stop him, but Jacob, you got to hope to contain him.
Absolutely, as we see St. Joe's on the right side of the court. They're getting fired up. Nichols waiting here for the introduction to the national anthem. We'll go ahead and step aside. When we come back, action here at Canisius University.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Buffalo Breathe Now, Western New York's newest respiratory urgent care and walk-in clinic, located at 6161 Transit Road in East Amherst, New York. Open 7 days a week. Visit buffalobreathenow.com or call 716-320-0180. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, buffalobreathenow.com.
Were you injured in a car accident? Or were you injured on the job? Don't wait. Call your patient coordinator, Tom Prince, at 716-771-9690. one of the hardest things to do is to find a physician that accepts no-fault car insurance or workers' compensation insurance. Let your patient coordinator help you find the physicians that can get you on the road to recovery.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
For an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs, more information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
Just results.
Your life can change in an instant after an injury. You need a trusted partner at your side. Hi, I'm Dan Chacha. At Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys, we're here to help you navigate the challenges you'll face. Our dedicated team fights tirelessly for your rights, ensuring you get the compensation you deserve. Don't worry, Chacha's got you. Call Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation. Your injury is our priority.
Call 648-30.
Welcome back, everyone, here to Western New York Athletics. Let's go ahead and get the starting lineups for you. Start with the visiting squad, the Nichols Vikings. Number 0, Andrew Beback will be out there with number 1, Trey Palfrey, along with number 11, Hezzy Hall, number 21, Mitchell Masiello, and number 31, Julian Fontaneo. And then for the St. Joe's Marauders, number 0, Makai Gidney out there with number 1, Jameer Gooseby, also followed by number 5, Mahali Shabazz. Number 11, Gianni Zelasco is also out there in the court with number 21, Nate Blendman. And our officials for tonight's game, Jeff Ferentz, along with Chris Weber and Anthony Freeman. Well, Ryan, back here for some playoffs. It's happening also at the public schools throughout Western New York, but right here, the Catholic schools here at the Kessel Athletic Center are going to try to find and battle out to see who is a Manhattan Cup champion.
And great to see the Monsignor Martin tournament back at the Canisius University here at the Kessel Center. It's such a great venue, especially for high school basketball. And here we go for the semifinals.
Gidney getting the ball from his guy Blendman, who's going to be a big factor in this matchup. One of the best big men in Western New York, and you see it right there to go to him early. Blendman getting the first bucket of the game.
And you see a nice post entry. They tried to half front him. An easy seal for Blendman, and starts off the scoring here tonight for the Marauders.
There's an article that Tony Fiorello did with Western New York Athletics, who spoke with head coach Cooper Calzanetti. Said Blendman's not only one of the best players in Western New York, he is the best big man in Western New York.
Love to hear it. Says he was down at St. Bonaventure for an official visit when I was there watching my daughter. She's a freshman cheerleader. What a great young man, very nice family and father. Lot to look forward, and he has a bright future ahead of him.
And a great job by the St. Joe's defense. Able to get the ball back off that turnover. Here comes now the senior and Gianni Zelasco, averaging just over 6.5 points a game. Gooseby, the senior, going to kick it out to Blendman. From the mid-range, trying to attack inside, going off the glass, gets the friendly roll. And during that sequence there, Ryan, he bobbled a little bit, but able to corral himself and get the bucket to go down.
And good 2 power dribbles on the baseline and powers it back up. Again, that young man, a lot of strength as well, and only going to get stronger.
Popping up 4-3. Nice respond there by their leading scorer, Trey Palfrey, just over 21 points a game.
And there he is getting active defensively after a nice shot from deep, averaging over 21 a night, and they're going to need a lot more of that if they're going to upset the Marauders.
Shabazz lost the ball, and here come the Vikings. Now they'll go ahead and try to set up for the offense. Palfrey from the left side being guarded by the other number 1, and Jameer Gooseby.
Good high hedge there by Blendman, not letting them use the screen.
From the left, waiting for that screen by Fontaneo. They take it now inside, high off the glass. Couldn't get the friendly roll, but Nichols able to secure it. Beback popping up, 2-pointer, too strong. Blendman able to get his own rebound. Now Gooseby from the left, trying to go inside. Found the pass, but didn't like what he saw there inside. Went out, go to Blendman. One-on-one and a foul here on the floor. Julian Fontaneo gained the first foul of the game.
And if you get caught behind him, they're going to be in a world of trouble because he's too big and strong, and they don't have the length behind him to do that. So you're going to have to try to front him. Make sure you have that help side baseline rotation on the weak side.
Right now is Zelasco.
See a little 2-3, see a little 2-3 matchup zone on the baseline out of bounds defense.
Yeah, they want him to try to shoot that three. Didn't work that time, but Gooseby gets another chance here for St. Joe's. To the right, trying to go inside Shabazz. They kick it out. Open three in the corner. Hits back iron. Bledman trying to get it tipped, but able to snag it away from him was Masiello.
Good defensive sequence there by the Vikings. And here they are with their first opportunity to take the lead of the night.
Trying to cut right through, and it's poked that away. Try to adjust for the pass, and Palfrey saying, I'll go and take it. Zelasco guarding Palfrey to the left wing as Palfrey cuts the hole to the right side. Now on a drive. That shot was blocked. I think Zelasco is the one that got the hand on it. Now going the other way in a 3-on-2. Bounce pass wide open. Bledman with the two-handed slam.
And it started with Zelasco at the other end, getting the deflection and the steal, pushing it up in transition, and a nice dump off for Bledman and the push and the flush.
Just over 4.5 to go here in the first quarter. Nate Bledman for St. Joe's. All 6 points coming from him so far. Beback. The Zeros will battle it out. He tries to go to his right, throwing up his shot off the glass, tipped out of the hands of one and into the other. Outlet pass inside. Gooseby's fouled. As he tried the Euro step up, he collided with the Nichols defender. See if this is in the act of shooting. They're not going to say it is.
They called it on the floor, but a good run out by Gooseby. And again, good recognition and vision, pushing it up the floor. And they're very good in the open floor. Make no mistake, Jacob.
And what a way to attack inside. Makai Gidney, his first 2 points. Three guys on this St. Joe's team averaging over double-digit points a game. And what a way to try to get the steal there that time. That was Shabazz, just missed out on a chance to get a turnover and go the other way.
And you see not only the on-ball pressure, but there they are denying one pass away, really stepping into passing lanes and making it hard for Nichols to get in their offensive set.
See what Beback does. Done a great job shooting from the perimeter, 41% from three, Beback. Now Fontaneo, well beyond three-point land, giving it back to Beback. There's actually 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Swinging it over, Palfrey, open three, not that time. Fontaneo with the offensive board, trying to move it over to a teammate who tries to attack. He's stripped away. That was Hezzy Hall who got stripped. Now to the left, three-pointer on the way, not that time. Hitting right iron, grabbing his own rebound, reverse layup, couldn't get the friendly roll. Now Palfrey, his speed, coast to coast. Couldn't get the bucket to go, but will head to the charity stripe for the first time tonight.
And what a pace and tempo up and down the floor for both clubs. They miss in transition, the Marauders do, and there's Palfrey pushing at the other end. A chance to go to the free throw line for two.
Palfrey, a 73% free throw shooter as he fires and rolls that one in and out. Substitution for Nichols as number 10, Justin Benning, will come into the game for Fontaneo. And Ryan, to go back to Palfrey real quick, he was one of the guys this season who reached 1,000 career points against Timon on Valentine's Day as he connects on a second free throw.
And you can see why. He can control the pace and the flow of the basketball game. He's very quick with the ball, almost quicker than he is without it. So he's a handful, and he's going to have to produce tonight if they're going to upset St. Joe's.
And Bledman just creating a bunch of aggressive presence inside. Off that tip from the rebound, getting the putback. He's got 8 of the St. Joe's 10 points so far. Whereas on the other side for Nichols, Palfrey has all 4 of their points and make it 7 now. From the left wing, a hand in his face, it didn't matter.
And he's ready to play. Look at him at both ends of the floor. He's fired up after he knocks down his second triple of the evening.
Zelasco, the senior, helping the ball move around to the left side. Now a screen by Blemon, trying to get it back over him. Palfrey making a big presence there with the steal. He'll go from the right wing.
Excellent job by the Vikings, doubling that screen and then the rotation on the weak side from Palfrey, but they turn it over at the other end, and here come the Marauders.
From the missed shot, the Marauders going inside. Lemon, 1 against 2. It didn't matter that time.
And when he gets that deep, Jacob, again, that's an easy deuce. Very calm as he let the shot blocker step through, and he laid it in. He's got 10 so far tonight, early in this basketball game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've obviously the game plan trying to go to him early. And as for St. Joe's, just trying to create havoc on defense. They almost had a steal, but it went off the foot of Jameer Gooseby. As we'll get a couple of substitutions.
And as we go and we talked about, what's the game plan for the Vikings? They've done a good job offensively. They've also done a good job crashing the offensive glass. However, they have to nullify the second and third chance opportunities for the Marauders. They already have 4 offensive rebounds early in this game.
So those substitutions that came in for St. Joe's, number 3, Gary Alexander, number 4, Cole Kaufman, and then number 23, Liam Horan. Right now, Horan playing tough defense against Palfrey, but what a pass by Palfrey inside, finding B-back.
Excellent job splitting that double team with a little snake dribble, and then the dump off for the easy deuce, and the Vikings cut the lead to 3.
Trying to answer back with a bucket of their own. Block shot. Putback doesn't fall. Ball's tipped and snagged into the man with the block shot. Hezzy Hall, the senior. Quickly the other direction. Off the glass. It doesn't go in, but a foul is called. And Mitchell Masiello will go to the line.
And I like how Masiello, amongst others that have attacked the paint and tried to get to the rim in spite of the big man there, as his presence and as he steps out of the game, which is obviously the case right now, they can be even a little bit more aggressive attacking the basket.
And as for Mitchell on the season, just over 11 points a game. He's been averaging just over 15 points a game and 6 rebounds a game in his last 5 outings. But as we've seen so far in this early contest, got to find a way to get some of that secondary scoring going for Nichols as Masiello converts on his first free throw.
And I couldn't agree with you more. You're right. Palfrey, obviously the point producer for most of the nights, but they are going to need secondary scoring to upset this tough Marauder club. And so far, that has been the case early on for the Vikings.
Number 12 for Nichols, Drew Bennett, checked into the game for the first time tonight as Masiello goes 1 of 2 from the line. Freshman Gary Alexander bringing it up court with just under a minute to go in this one. Trying to go to his left, Gooseby on a drive. He kicks it out, and a blocking foul is called on Nichols.
And really good hard penetration from the top of the key. That was a bit too easy by the Vikings defense. Can't let the Marauders get to the basket that easy. So here they are, another baseline out of bounds opportunity. And this time the Vikings go man-to-man instead of that 2-3 zone.
Oh, Alexander with the speed, cutting through off his first step. Rebound was there, but snagged away was Kaufman. Goes up off the glass, couldn't get it, snags it again. Put back, what the toughness there by Cole Kaufman.
Unsung hero Kaufman, 2 offensive rebounds during that sequence. They have 7 offensive rebounds so far tonight.
Shot up on the way, airballed. St. Joe's trying to go the other way. Nichols gets it away. 6 seconds left. Shot clock turned off. Palfrey with the floater hits back iron. 2 seconds left. They swing it around. 3 on the way. Doesn't go that time by Masiello. But what a game we have here to start off the Manhattan Cup semifinal round. 14-10 is our score with St. Joe's out in front, as that first quarter action was brought to you by Empire Electric. And we want to let you know, guys, that coming up later on in the month of March, we have the Kensington Lions presenting the 2nd annual West New York High School Football Combine. That's going to start from Sunday, March 23rd from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the AdPro Sports Training House on One Bills Drive in Orchard Park. You see that there on the screen, the information on how you can be a part of that. First quarter over, second quarter going to come back in just a bit here with playoff Catholic boys basketball here on Western New York Athletics.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Seek your next adventure. Make your next memory. Explore your next connection. What will you do next?
Welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics. Manhattan Cup semifinal round here, the first of two. Once this game goes final, we'll have a huge matchup coming up at around 7:45. Canisius against Timon, but right now St. Joe's looking to attack, and they do. Jameer Gooseby with the steal and his first 2 points of the contest.
And there's the senior digging in on that first out-of-bounds opportunity for the Vikings. They turn it over, and the Marauders take advantage and extend the lead to 6.
Masiello to the right side over to Palfrey. As it looks like St. Joe's showing a zone defense as Blennon and Horan switch spots. Now cutting to the right, Palfrey trying to kick it out. Open three from the left. Doesn't go that time. Palfrey offensive rebound, fade away high off the glass. Not that time, and Blennon says, I'll take it from here. Zelasco moves it over to the right. Gooseby thought it was over to Blennon, but a long pass to the right. Kaufman there. Shot out doesn't go. It looked like he stepped out of bounds in his shot attempt. A couple substitutions for Nichols coming back into the game. Number 0, Andrew Bieback. And number 31, Julian Fontaneo.
And you see the Marauders are hounding Palfrey to make sure they wear him down over the course of this basketball game. So you're going to need secondary ball handlers like you're seeing right now to take care of business, get it over the timeline, and then give it back to him to get in their offensive set.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. It's like you coached basketball or something.
Can you fathom that?
Palfrey getting that screen, moves over to the left. From the corner to inside, Bieback trying to pass to Fontaneo, and Zelasco takes it away. Long pass to Gooseby for the Euro step, reverse layup, and it was oh so smooth.
And he is so smooth, again, getting run out in that transition break. Great footwork to the basket, and an unsung hero for the Marauders. That's Zelasco, young boy, plays so hard, does a lot of the dirty work, and there he was there, seating it up the floor and getting it to his teammate for an easy basket.
Lemon snagging away with the one-handed grab. Quick outlet pass, try to go to Gooseby, but blocked from behind was who other than Trey Palfrey.
Great hustle by Palfrey, but there's Zelasco then with that easy outlet. Gooseby leaks out to the other end. It doesn't get to the basket this time, but if they continue that aspect, the Vikings are going to have to adjust to take away that easy look.
Inside Blenman, 1 against 3, doesn't go that time, rattles in and out. Trying to go for the mid-ranger, Palfrey, shot hits the back side of the rim. And so far for Nichols, haven't registered points yet in the second quarter as they get called for the foul, their first one in the quarter.
And these are the pockets where you have to find a way to get a basket. You can't let the Marauders stretch this lead out, and then you're playing from a distance for most of the evening. So, again, a crucial moment in this basketball game early on in this second quarter for the Vikings.
And as for the scoring for St. Joe's, Gooseby having 4 points, the only 4 for the Marauders. Blenman wants to add on the scoring, and he does in the left corner.
And a highly contested three, but still he knocks down the deep triple from the baseline, extends this lead to double digits for the first time tonight.
And what a presence he's had into the paint, and you see it from the other side on the defensive end with the block.
Great on cue, you are, Jacob, with a big block by the big man in the paint, and here are the Marauders at the other end.
To the right now, Shabazz moving over, Zelasco, deep three, it doesn't matter. Gianni Zelasco, the senior, getting it done. Timeout called by Nichols with 5:08 to go as we get the replay here by Empire Electric. Zelasco well beyond three-point land, knocking it down at ease. They go up 24-10. We'll step aside and be right back.
Buffalo Breathe Now, Western New York's newest respiratory urgent care and walk-in clinic, located at 6161 Transit Road in East Amherst, New York. Open 7 days a week. Visit buffalobreathenow.com or call 716-320-0180. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, buffalobreathenow.com.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics. St. Joe's having a 10-0 run to start off this second quarter, and it's come from a lot of their good scoring of Gooseby, Zelasco, and Nate Blenman. But I was trying to mention earlier about his presence in the paint on both sides, and hit a three-pointer a couple of minutes ago saying, hey, I've had my presence inside. I could take it outside too.
And that's what makes him such a high-end recruit, his versatility, his strength inside, and having the ability to drag a big on the perimeter and be able to be productive offensively. That's a special player.
Well, they need 3 seconds to get a shot off, and what great passing there. Paul Frieda, B-back, they've been finding connections from one another.
And finally, it stops the bleeding, shuts that run down. Can they come down now and get a stop here at this end of the floor and try to cut back into this lead a little bit more?
Zelasco wanted another three, doesn't work that time. Kaufman getting off the offensive board, but Palfrey with the steal. He goes with a burst of speed for the left-handed two.
And there he is stepping in the passing lane, going to the other end of the floor, and a big 4-0 run. Can they contain him a little bit further?
Shot up is short by the Marauders. Now Palfrey once more. We'll go ahead and sag off here. 9 points so far for him. Looking to tack on more. Against Kaufman. Looking for that screen by Fontaneo. Doesn't use it. Spins to his left. Hop steps. Throws up the mid-ranger. Off the glass. Doesn't go. Draws the foul. He goes back to the line.
Good call here by this veteran crew. They've allowed them to play. Excellent decision by Palfrey, reading the screen, rejects the screen, goes to his offhand, pulls up in the mid-range, and he gets fouled for another opportunity to shoot 2 free throws.
And for Palfrey, it's been no surprise by his scoring presence, what he can do here tonight. In his past 4 games, he's been averaging just over 26 points a contest. So even if you weren't already impressed by the 21.5 a game he's already have, in the last 4 games alone, he's even taken it up a notch.
And you can see that in his level, his play, his intensity when he stepped on the floor tonight. And they really can't afford to take him out of the basketball game unless he gets in serious foul trouble.
Oh, no doubt about it.
And here they are for the first time, showing a little half-court zone look.
Moving over to the right. Gidney cutting right through, layups in.
Way too easy on that 3-2 matchup zone. Once he got it to the baseline, he just ripped with a hard rip to the right side, and easy basket extends that lead back out to 10.
And what a way to jump through it. Gidney once more going up. Hard contact. Both guys collide onto the court. Both seem to be okay, and Gidney will go to the line.
And the Marauders are impressive defensively. It's not just one man. They have a lot of athleticism, a lot of guys that can keep men in front of them. And there it was again with an opportunity to steal it. And just a hard basketball play there at the end. I like that. Hard foul. He gets up hard and he goes to the free throw line, Jacob, for an opportunity for two.
And it's been no surprise from the defensive side as St. Joe's has been able to take the ball away from their opponents. Coming into this game as a team, averaging 10.2 steals a game.
And you can see why. And again, they have multiple guys, not only guys that start the basketball game, but that can come off the bench and still apply that heavy ball pressure.
Gidney making both his free throws. And Nichols got to go to work. Masiello from the wing, going to the top of the key. They swing it to the right. B-back over to Palfrey. Fakes the three. Mid-ranger is short, hitting front rim. Offensive rebound, and nice job there by Hezzy Hall. Able to attack inside in front of the presence of Blendman.
Good job there attacking the offensive glass and sticking back that second chance opportunity, exactly what the Vikings needed.
And able to get a steal that time. 3-on-2, Palfrey looking to go up high off the glass, and it falls in.
And a tough finish by that young man. Cuts the deficit to 8. A quick 4-0 spurt by the Vikings.
Just when you think it's a double-digit lead, Nichols able to come back, cut it to single digits. Now St. Joe's taking their time, firing the three. Doesn't go that time. Offensive rebound, but taken away. Here come the Vikings. Looked like a 3-on-2. B-back, floater, nothing but net.
Soft touch by B-back. And there they are, cut the deficit to 6. So a nice run here by the Vikings. And here they are back in that half-court zone trap.
Under 2 to go in the first half. Trying to attack inside, hits the side of the backboard, and Nichols will bring it up. Palfrey is guarded heavily at half court, kick it out to the corner. Now from one wing to another, trying to attack in, mid-ranger, doesn't go that time for Masiello. It's now Gooseby who has 4 points all in the second quarter. Blendman, no, with the one-handed dunk.
And not only the pass, but what footwork and patience. Kept his pivot foot on the floor, and then the flush over the top. Impressive by that highly recruited young man.
He's got 15 points to go along with several amount of rebounds and a block as well, just in this half alone. Palfrey from the wing, stepping up. Two-pointer goes in.
Gooseby tried to step in the passing lane, couldn't get there. Palfrey with a nice little hesitation dribble and the pull-up in the mid-range, cutting it back down to 6.
And Palfrey also having 15 points in this one. Trying to go up, Blendman stripped from behind.
Great hands there by the Vikings defensively, and a chance to cut it under 6 here with 40 seconds remaining.
Benning having it. About 9-second difference between shot clock and game clock as we get closer to the 30-second mark. Masiello crossing over to the right against Blendman, trying to go up, floater, hook shot actually, and it goes in.
Nice patience by him, using his drop step, and nice ball fake over the big man, cuts it to 4, the closest the Vikings have been all quarter.
8 seconds to go, Zelasco from the right wing, moving it over, shot clock turned off. 4 seconds now, inside Blendman, miscommunication, and they're gonna say a foul was called, and that is gonna go on Masiello. So St. Joe's keeps possession, 2.3 to go in this half, and the head coach for St. Joe's, Cooper Calzanetti, calls timeout. As this timeout's brought to you by Empire Electric. We'll stay here on the broadcast side. Talk things over with Ryan here so far from both sides. You saw that feel for each other in the first quarter. You thought that St. Joe's might run away with it, but Nichols comes firing back.
And right when I talked about that pocket midway through the second quarter where it was danger zone for the Vikings, the Marauders made an impressive run. And so the fight, though, coming out of that initial timeout, they went on a quick 4-0 spurt. They've continued to defend, nullify second and third chance opportunities for the Marauders. And here they are with 2.3 seconds to go, down by 4. If they can secure these 2.3 seconds, they go into the halftime with a lot of momentum.
Absolutely, and we got to remember, folks, the first quarter was 14-10. Starting the second quarter, St. Joe's went on a 10-0 run. After that, It was a 16-6 run here to where we're at now with just over 2 to go.
Which brings us right back to 4. Wow, we're mathematic geniuses over here, Jacob. Well done. Our education paid off in some form for the both of us. So here we are with 2.3 seconds, a really exciting first half.
Blennon getting it with 1 second left. Jumper, it falls! Three-pointer by Nate Blemon. We'll take a look at the replay here. Looks like he's gonna go inside of the paint, cuts it back out, has to throw up the fadeaway, and just pinpoint accuracy.
And you see the St. Joe's head coach smiling, not quite what he designed, but the big man turn around, fade away from downtown, closes out the half, and extends the lead to 7 for the Marauders.
And that second quarter action brought to you by Empire Electric. We'll step aside here. We'll be right back for our halftime report. Joe's up on Nichols 33-26 in this Manhattan Cup semifinal round.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
For an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs, more information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
Your life can change in an instant after an injury. You need a trusted partner at your side. Hi, I'm Dan Chacha. At Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys, we're here to help you navigate the challenges you'll face. Our dedicated team fights tirelessly for your rights, ensuring you get the compensation you deserve. Don't worry, Chacha's got you. Call Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation. Your injury is our priority.
Call 648-3030. Just results.
Seek your next adventure. Make your next memory. Explore your next connection. What will you do next?
Buffalo Breathe Now, Western New York's newest respiratory urgent care and walk-in clinic, located at 6161 Transit Road in East Amherst, New York. Open 7 days a week. Visit buffalobreathenow.com or call 716-320-0180. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, buffalobreathenow.com.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For more information, visit www.paulwolfagency.com.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Were you injured in a car accident? Or were you injured on the job? Don't wait. Call your patient coordinator, Tom Prince, at 716-771-9690. One of the hardest things to do is to find a physician that accepts no-fault car insurance or workers' compensation insurance. Let your patient coordinator help you find the physicians that can get you on the road to recovery.
Look, Patriot account is not going to close itself. Looks like you're going to be here late again. I need this by morning.
Oh no, not again. My son has a football game tonight.
WNYAthletics.com. You can link me later.
WNYAthletics, your home for high school sports.
Yes.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
33-26 is our score live here at the Kessler Athletic Center on the campus of Canisius University as St. Joe's up on Nichols 33-26 for our Western New York halftime report. My name is Jacob Fike. Alongside me is Ryan Gallo. And Ryan, I think the big takeaway here has been not only are your leading scorers for St. Joe's and Nichols obviously doing their part to make sure that one gains advantage over the other, but one thing I've also been impressed here is, we'll start with St. Joe's, has been the defense. We've seen it throughout the season, what they can do, but tonight here, with a chance to go back to the Manhattan Cup Championship, they're making sure they're taking those aggressive stances on defense to get some steals.
And you saw it almost every defensive sequence for the Marauders. And certainly, you know, when you get to this stage of the season, Jacob, the intensity, right, picks up. The level of magnitude of these basketball games certainly increases. And that's what you're seeing here tonight. And with that said, the Vikings have also come with the right intensity and right approach. And outside of that deep triple by Blemin with 2.3 seconds remaining, they're right here within striking distance for an upset. So it was a very entertaining first half. You saw early on the Marauders go right inside to the big man, impose their identity and their will from that standpoint. The Vikings answered with Palfrey outside of a couple other secondary scorers, and that's why we sit here with a 7-point separation between these two talented clubs.
And one thing to bring up about that single-digit lead, at one point it was double digits. 14-point lead at one point it was for St. Joe's, but Nichols staying fearless, coming back, getting a run on their own to end the first half. And the one thing I noticed was how they've been able to still find a way to attack inside, or even get Nate Blennon out of position to where they can go in and attack. Masiello had a couple of buckets around his vicinity. Andrew Beback found some ways to go inside off some passes by Trey Palfrey. They're not giving up on certain spots. They're not second-guessing. They're going to go for it. They're confident they can go inside on the St. Joe's defense, and it's paid off for them.
And they know the big man's there, right? And even though it hasn't been successful on every dribble penetration or every dribble drive, they've been very aggressive from that standpoint, and it's worked out sometimes. They've had some second and third chance opportunities that they may do with it, and that's why they did cut into that double-digit lead.
Some quick points here so far for Nichols, leading the way. Trey Palfrey with 15, Andrew Beback having 6. Mitchell Masiello has 3, and Hezzy Hall has 2. And then for the other side, Nate Blennon, 18 points, along with his teammate Makai Gidney with 6. 4 points for Jameer Gooseby, 3 for Gianni Zelasco, and then 2 for Cole Kaufman. And then for Ryan here, some quick adjustments that you want to see from both sides.
I want to see the Marauders go right back inside to the big man, work that aspect for the first few moments of the third quarter, see if they can get that defense to collapse on him, and then certainly the kickouts to their perimeter shooters that have knocked down a couple deep shots. They need to continue to do what they do defensively and make it hard for Palfrey, because if you can wear him down or deny him the basketball and not allow him to get it back on any ball reversals, it really limits the Vikings offensively. So I'm excited to see what this second half unfolds. The Vikings are certainly going to have to get out and run in transition, defend better, and not let them get any second and third chance opportunities on the offensive glass.
Absolutely, and we're going to see what happens here in just about a minute. We'll go ahead and step aside. Second half action here coming up soon.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Seek your next adventure. Make your next memory. Explore your next connection. What will you do next?
Welcome everyone to the Kessler Athletics Center here on the campus of Canisius University for Monsignor Martin boys basketball bout. Manhattan Cup semifinals between St. Joe's and Nichols. My name is Jacob Fyak. Alongside with me is Ryan Gallo. And first half, one word to say for that half, electric. We hope the same can be said here as the second half is now underway.
And here you see the Vikings with a 1-3-1 half-court defensive trap. A little adjustment as they worked on it at halftime. Let's see what that does for them defensively here in their first sequence.
Trying to swing it over to the left side. Gooseby faking his shot. Going up, shot was blocked. Looked like Hezzy Hall got the rejection.
Threw him off balance there a little bit on that first offensive set. And here's the Viking with their first opportunity of the second half.
Fontaneo moving over to Hall. Is being guarded by Shabazz. As Masiello with it with 13 to go on the shot clock, waiting for that screen. Takes it as Fontaneo rolls to the hole. Blendman almost had a steal, but officials will say it's a jump ball. So there's 8 seconds left on the shot clock for Nichols. Palfrey looking for an open teammate, trying to lob it over, going to be back. Back over, Palfrey, deep three, couldn't get it to go. Grabs his own offensive rebound, inside, what a way, and what a rejection. No, they're not gonna say rejection. It's a foul on Nate Blemon, who almost shook the roof off this place.
What an impressive sequence in itself. Palfrey from deep misses, crashes the offensive glass, lays it over to Hall, who tries to rise up. Blemon with the block, but a little body there you see just at the end. What an impressive play for both teams.
So the replay there brought to you by Empire Electric. Hall missed his first free throw attempt. Comes to this game averaging 8.9 points a game as he connects there to make it a 6-point lead. 6-point deficit. Joes looking to extend it along the baseline. Zelasco, corner three, not that time. Couldn't get the friendly roll. Blennon, offensive rebound, goes up and puts it in.
The big man just snatches it away from the Vikings defender there and puts it back in on the reverse layup. Extends the lead back out to 8.
Masiello with 3 points in the first half. Almost fell down and able to get the steal. Bounce pass. Gooseby lost it, went under the baseline, able to keep it though. Now from a bounce pass, Shabazz having Blennon with him. Zelasco going to give it back over to Shabazz. Now Zelasco from the right wing, getting that screen as he rolls inside. Bounce pass taken away by Masiello. Great job to jump up and take it. Now wide open. He rewards himself with the 2 points.
Nice pass there, and Masiello stayed with it as he ran his lane and pushes this lead back only up to 6. And the Vikings in a little 2-3 zone here for the second time tonight.
Lennon being guarded by Palfrey, moving over to the left. So trying to find some way to move this offense around, but inside Gooseby goes up and oh my goodness, What a way to adjust, Jameer Gooseby, the senior.
What a great first step, and then the reverse layup, silky smooth for the senior.
And we get a foul called here on St. Joe. Shabazz will be the one that commits the foul. Hall trying to cut right in, adjust, couldn't get the layup. Now go into the hands of Shabazz. Now behind the back, stepping back, moving over to Zelasco, over to the right now. Gidney, mid-ranger, not that time. Fontaneo tried to get it. Blendon now also fight for it. They both fall down. Marauders get another chance. Just over 5 to go in the third quarter. Open three on the way, not that time, and it goes out of bounds.
Gidney's been giving them some really good minutes, especially at the defensive end of the floor. And you see the big man Blemon getting on the floor himself. I love seeing that. Didn't work out as they turned the basketball over. And the Vikings with an opportunity to cut this deficit down to 6 or with a deep triple to 5.
Substitution coming in, number 10, Justin Benning. So be that guard to help bring it up, move it over to Paul Free. He's guarded well beyond three-point land by Gooseby. Now gets the screen from his guy. He tries to cut right through, floater up, rolls in and out.
Finally turned the corner there, and an opportunity with that floater goes in and out.
And Joe's trying to cut through, drawing the foul. Shabazz, as for the first time tonight, will try to get his first points of the game.
And there has not been one opportunity tonight where St. Joe's has looked to walk the ball up the floor and really set something up unless they were dictated to do that on an out-of-bounds play. So really impressive how they get the basketball off a make or miss and push the ball in transition to try to score quickly.
Shabazz missing his first free throw attempt. And taking a look at the numbers here for Shabazz, just under 5 points a game, 3.5 rebounds a game, almost 2.5 assists a game, and 1.5 steals a game, showing to be that do-it-all type of guy who can provide secondary scoring and also find a way to pass the ball, get rebounds, and come up with some steals.
And here you see the first time the Marauders in a 1-2-1-1 full court press. Vikings do a good job getting it over the timeline and missed the deep triple, but there's the putback.
And who else? Fontaneo able to make his presence known inside the. He's had a hard battle against Blemon, but for Fontaneo, that bucket, first one of the evening for him.
And the Vikings back in their 2-3 zone.
Zelasco try to look for Blemon. Now he does. Left wing three. He'll fire. Hits right side of the rim. Offensive board, though. And St. Joe's has had plenty of offensive rebounds here to get second, sometimes third chance opportunities. Shabazz draws the foul and will head right back to the line.
And you bring up a great point. You really can't afford to do that against a top seed team, a team that's that talented, as you continue to allow them second and third chance opportunities. And it's still been the case here in the second half.
Talk a little bit more about the St. Joe's team with the win over Valentine's Day. Was St. Joe's 20th regular season win. That was their first 20 regular season win. 20 wins in the regular season. The first time that's ever happened to them since their 06-07 regular season. As Shabazz goes 2 of 2 from the line.
And you talk about a 20-win season, Jacob. It's certainly not against a soft schedule by any stretch. The Monsignor Martin, one of the most prolific, if not the best conference in Western New York, and they've gone out of the area as well and played some stiff competition.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Especially their first game of the regular season was definitely probably some of the biggest challenge they've probably ever faced as a team. From the right side, Masiello trying to cut right through. A foul here on the floor with 5 to go here on the shot clock. They'll reset at the 35. Cole Kaufman coming into the game for Joe's.
Here's the Vikings in their 1-4 low look on the baseline out of bounds set. And there's a little ticky-tack call on Shabazz, reaching in on Masiello.
So to talk a little about that first matchup they had of the year, they took on Long Island Lutheran to start off the season. And there might be a guy on there that you'll know, Cayenne Anthony, son of Carmelo Anthony, being committed over to Syracuse. They went up against them to start off the season. And Cooper Calzanetti mentioned that was a bit of a reality check. They know that this team could be very good, but also know that, hey, you want to get to where you are at this pace now, you got to pick it up another step, and they've shown that as the season's come along.
And it's a great indicator in so many ways, and it also prepares you for these moments right now. So St. Joe's is certainly battle-tested, and that's why they're the top seed. And yet the Vikings just knocking down a deep triple. There was Paul Free cutting the deficit to 6 with just under 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
Once again, Nichols, when you think they're out, they said, oh, we're not done yet. Now facing that double team, trying to move it around. Three-pointer, too strong that time for Liam Horan.
And that's Horan, first time he checked in the basketball game tonight. Misses with his first opportunity. The Vikings at the other end, and there's Blemon with a strong rebound in traffic.
Now long outlet pass. Gooseby on a drive inside and able to get it to go. Timeout called by St. Joe's with 2:23 to go in the third quarter. Joe's up on Nichols 42-34 as this timeout's brought to you by Empire Electric.
Buffalo Breathe Now, Western New York's newest respiratory urgent care and walk-in clinic, located at 6161 Transit Road in East Amherst, New York. Open 7 days a week. Visit buffalobreathenow.com or call 716-320-0180. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, buffalobreathenow.com.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics here. Timeout on the floor as Joe's up by 8 against this Nichols team. Just a reminder, folks, once this game goes final, we'll have the second Manhattan Cup semifinal round between Timon and Canisius.
Again, a great night of high school basketball, the most prolific conference here in Western New York, the Monsignor Martin. And again, semifinals. So, yes, the championship game is a huge one, but to have 4 clubs in here of this magnitude with these talented rosters, for you and I to have the ability to call these games, again, a very exciting evening for everybody involved.
And have you guys been watching this basketball broadcast throughout the game? Some people filling up the arena a little bit more. Wouldn't be surprised we get even more people that come in as soon as this game goes final. But it's a nice, good crowd here for this battle, and Nichols has always been making it a battle throughout this game. Paul Free being one of those guys to do so. He's got 18 points.
And here you see a little 2-3 zone here, Jacob, by the Marauders for the first time tonight.
And for the first time tonight, Jonah Thompson playing in this one. Top of the key, fires from 3, couldn't get it to go, hitting the backside of the rim. But another chance for the Vikings.
There's Masiello on a nice offensive rebound, pulls it out and gives them another shot at the basket.
Paul Free, mid-ranger, too strong. Another chance, triple team Messi Hall as he tried to move it over to Masiello. Now a floater on the way, couldn't get it. Blemon trying to grab it, but it bobbled, but it goes to his teammate in Gooseby.
Unfortunate for the Vikings, 3 chances at the bucket, can't cut the deficit under 8.
Kaufman, corner 3, not that time. Blemon, offensive chance. Offensive rebound, hook shot is in.
And there he is with good footwork and patience on the rim and extends this lead to 10, double digits here for the first time here in the third quarter.
Just over a minute to go in the third. Thompson to the right side. He'll get it from Palfrey, and we'll get it right back. Now a high screen to the left side. Moving it over. Hall, floater. Good that time. Hezzy Hall, who's now got 5 in this game.
Nice dump off there by Burbank on the dribble penetration on the baseline and cuts that deficit under double digits. And there's a nice step in by Palfrey. Here come the Vikings at the other end.
And he's going to go, take it himself. Layup's good. He's now got 20.
Big play there by the Vikings. Again, another quick 4-0 spurt. They've done that a couple different times tonight, and they needed it. Here we are with under 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
And a foul here on Palfrey. That's now the team's 4th. St. Joe's also having 4 team fouls in the quarter. Well, for Trey Palfrey, just mentioned 20 points. There's only one game this season Trey has scored less than 10 points just throughout this whole season. And obviously a spot in here, you need him to get his scoring going. He's getting it. Still down by 6, but you can see it with him. He's not done yet. He's still got a lot of energy.
Yes, he does, and he's an intense young man. And again, they're going to need him to get going here in the fourth quarter, even more so to knock off these Marauders.
Shot clock's turned off, 11 to go here in the third. Blennon faking the 3, trying to drive, stripped. And trying to get it right back as Kaufman fires the 3. It's short. Blennon, no. Offensive rebound, foul called with 1.5 to go in the third.
And that's a good foul, and unfortunate there for the Vikings. Palfrey had a nice reach in and a rip. They couldn't maintain possessions. The Marauders got it back off the scramble. And I thought they called it on the floor, but they're giving them 2 shots.
Well, that's because that's the 5th foul in this quarter. So Nichols commits their 5th. That now puts St. Joe's at the line to shoot 2.
Thank you, Jacob, for reminding me of the rule change that's been instituted in the last couple years. As I moved into the college ranks, we're still the old school rule where it's a true run and one. I still like that format, but here in high school, they've adjusted that, and Blemon makes do with his first chance at the free throw line.
Blennon against Nichols scored 11 points a game, 11 rebounds a game, and 3 blocks per contest. Transfer from Amherst as he goes 2 of 2 from the line. And for the substitution, Jazzy Lanzat, the junior, comes in for him. 1.5 seconds left. St. Joe's looks like showing a full court press. Try to go for the long pass. Over to Hall, he had it, but it goes out of bounds. But there's 0.3 seconds left.
Nice pass there on the baseball throw, and Hall just couldn't reel it in. Looked like a wide receiver trying to gather that one in. Here they are with 0.3 of a second.
And they'll just let it 0.3 of the second run out to 0. And after 3 full quarters of play, Joe's remains in the lead, but only up by 8. As this third quarter action brought to you by Empire Electric. We'll step aside and bring you the fourth quarter coming up in a bit.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Explore your next idea. Blaze new trails. Imagine new ways to do things. What will you do next?
Welcome back, everyone, to Manhattan Cup playoffs here, semifinal round at the Kessler Center at Canisius University. Marauders up on Nichols, 46-38. But Ryan, throughout this game, we've seen it several times. Nichols not giving up.
No, they've continued to fight. Their level of intensity, the way they've tried to defend, and really continue to bang with the big man, even though he's had really good production, not only on the glass, but certainly putting it through the basket. But here they are, down by 8, start of the fourth quarter, and we got a good one here.
Absolutely do, as Velasco Up swinging the ball around inside. Gidney, too easy that time. Finding space inside. 4-2, he's got 8.
Nice ball reversal and a simple dribble drive. Gidney's really giving them productive minutes, and there they are setting their defense and their full court pressure. And now pinning the Vikings in a tough spot to inbound the basketball.
Palfrey guarded hard there by Zelasco as Masiello try to set up the offense. So the bounce pass over, Masiello inside, going up for the floater, and they're going to say that was a block there by Blenman.
And I think they missed that call. That should have been a goaltending affair. Nice UCLA cut and dump into Masiello, but unfortunately no call by the officiating crew, which is a very good crew here tonight.
Gooseby from the right wing. As Blenman to his right. Looks like he's trying to set him up, but he's in the paint. Going up, one-handed, and trying to find to get a shot. Not that time, no, but the second time he's able to get it through off the putback.
And he kept it up nice and high, and even though he missed it off of that, second chance opportunity. And Blenman extends the lead out to 12, their biggest lead of the night.
Palfrey throwing up the shot, almost got it to go, but just missed it. It was short, but he goes to the line after drawing the foul.
And us coaches, we always talk about contesting jump shooters, but not fouling them. And I'm sure that's what the Marauder staff would discuss that from that end. But there's Palfrey drawing 3 chances. Knocks down the first of 3.
We mentioned it before about Palfrey, just that volume shooter that he can do, and being that 3-level scorer, been able to find ways here against a really tough St. Joe's team. No matter how aggressive they've been on him, they've been making a challenge for him to get his points, but he's been able to respond when he can.
Yes, he has. And again, they've been hounding him, either face guarding him, denying him, double teaming him, trying to heat him up off of a ball screen or on ball screen action. So this young man has a great motor, and he's a big reason why they've had a really successful season under first-year head coach Matt Hartman.
Goes 3 of 3 from the line there as Jazzy Lanzot coming to the game for St. Joe's. Do get a foul here, and it's on Palfrey. That's his 4th personal.
And that is a big one. He's got to play smart now, and I mentioned this early on in the broadcast. They can ill afford to have him not on the floor, especially in the crucial minutes here in the 4th quarter. And here's a tactical move by the staff. They go to a little 2-3 zone to try to protect him. Can they nullify second and third chance opportunities, because they've struggled rebounding the basketball out of their 2-3 zone defense?
Lanzot for 3. First bucket of the game for him, the junior off the bench.
His first shot of the night, I believe, as well, and a big one. Extends the lead back out to 12 and matches their biggest lead of the night.
Masiello almost got stripped from behind. One guy is wide open, though. It's Fontaneo. He's able to score, and Nichols will call time out with 5:58 to go. Joe's double-digit lead up on Nichols, 53-43. This timeout's brought to you by Empire Electric. We'll step aside.
Buffalo Breathe Now, Western New York's newest respiratory urgent care and walk-in clinic, located at 6161 Transit Road in East Amherst, New York. Open 7 days a week. Visit buffalobreathenow.com or call 716-320-0180. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, buffalobreathenow.com.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Just under 6 minutes to go in this one. St. Joe's up on Nichols 53-43, and seen some similarities throughout this battle where once Joe's gets us up to a double-digit lead, Nichols has been able to try to cut it back down to single digits. Can the Vikings do that again here with the amount of time they have left?
The Vikings have fought all night, and it was a crucial moment midway through the second quarter. I could feel the sense and the tempo of the basketball game, and Marauders made that big run, extended it out to double digits, and really they've been playing from behind the whole night since then, and never have gotten closer than 4.
Glennon trying to go in, find a pass inside. Palfrey still staying aggressive, able to tip that one out of bounds.
But with that said, Jacob, here we are under 6 minutes to go. It's a 10-point basketball game. I'm sure the Vikings would have taken this if you told them, give me an opportunity late in the game, and they still have one if they can defend and secure defensive rebounds.
Three-pointer by Gooseby falls in from the corner. His first three-pointer of the night, and he now has 11.
And I didn't mean defending like that, Jacob. That was too easy. The baseline triple, one of the highest percentage shots from three-point land. And there's a nice play there for the Marauders, extending it to 13.
Beback swinging it around. Masiello from the wing. He's trying to find a way to cut inside. Go to Fontaneo, but Blennon able to snag it. Now here comes the big man. 3-on-1. Zelasco over to Blennon for the alley-oop.
And there's Blemon being unselfish, understanding the ball come back to him. And there's Zelasco off the glass, hit a big man, and his third flush of the night.
That got the crowd fired up here as they extend the lead to 15. Palfrey heads back to the line. Foul on Blenman.
And what unselfish basketball. Zelasco, again, I mentioned him. He does all the dirty work, plays so hard. One of their leaders, okay? Great energy every time he takes the floor and giving it back to the big man. We're rewarding him for running the lane down the middle.
Substitution for Nichols as number 10, Justin Benning, coming back in. Well, for the scoring so far in this fourth quarter, it's only come from Fontaneo, who only has 2 points. Palfrey, who now has 5 in this quarter.
You see a little soft token press there by the Vikings, falling back into their 2-3 zone, but you need to play an aggressive 2-3 zone if you're going to play it.
Another three on the way. Lanzot. Perfect 2 of 2 shooting tonight's come from downtown.
You talk about coming off the bench and being productive and providing a spark. That's exactly what he's done. And a high percentage, 100% from the floor, and both of them from downtown.
Palfrey's 3, short. Blennon tipping it to himself. Here we go the other way. It's a 4-on-1. Inside Blennon with the tomahawk dunk.
Nate Blemon with the footwork, his 4th flush of the night. And the big man's putting on the show along with the rest of this Marauder team.
Substitution for Nichols. Jonah Thompson going to come in for number 11, Hezzy Hall, who is limping but heads back towards the bench. Well, if that wasn't a statement right there by St. Joe's, I don't know what is. Three-pointer can't respond back. The Marauders the other direction. Gooseby, give it to Gidney, trying to go over to Blenman, but Palfrey still staying alive, but it goes off of Palfrey. The Marauders get it back.
And they're so dangerous in the open floor, especially the way they've defended tonight. And here we are with another timeout for the Nichols Vikings.
With 3:54 to go. This timeout brought to you by Empire Electric. Well, we've mentioned him plenty of times, Blenman. We knew he was going to make an impact in this one. And for anyone who hasn't gotten a chance to see him play this season, whether you're here right now at the Kessler Athletic Center or watching it on our broadcast, you're getting the full picture of what this guy can do on the court.
And he's been doing it both ends of the floor, playing defense, being a goaltender, protecting the rim, rebounding in traffic, running the floor a little bit with the break down the middle and handling it with a good dribble drive, and then the ball coming back to him. So again, a special player, and his teammates flourish off of him as well. It's really a nice product, and they've played a heck of a basketball game, especially the first 4 minutes here in this fourth quarter.
And not only that, just a reminder here, if anyone doesn't know, he's a junior. So he has another opportunity to come back here and do it all over again.
And get bigger and stronger, and his IQ has increased along with what he'll do in the offseason, certainly.
Thompson able to get that steal from Blemon as they move it around towards the left corner. Beback trying to go to Palfrey, taken away though. Trying to pass it to Gooseby from the ground, but taken away. Masiello almost stripped from behind, and it will stay with Nichols with just over 3.5 to go here.
And still an 18-point lead, and St. Joe's digging in defensively, not making anything easy on the perimeter. And again, one of the main ingredients of why they've been successful this season.
Palfrey going to his right on the drive. Couldn't get it past Blemon, and he gets blocked from behind. Beback now to the right. On the other side of the court, Gooseby, long pass over to Lanzot. Gooseby will get it back from him. Handing off to Zelasco as they'll go ahead and try to set up a play here, choose some clock. Gidney trying to bounce pass it over to Blemon, and it gets poked at away by Benning.
Tough angle there on that post entry. Good defense there by the Vikings.
And Gidney will get called for the foul. Third foul by St. Joe's. Number 4 for St. Joe's, Cole Kaufman, will come back in along with number 5, Mahali Shabazz. Mahali Shabazz didn't play a lot here in the fourth quarter due to being into some foul trouble. That was when it was a single-digit game, and Joe's been able to do very well defensively without him during that stretch.
And that goes back to the point of the depth coming off the bench. Multiple guys coming in that just can defend and hound the opposition, and that's where you see them wearing down here late in this basketball game.
And multiple blocks now for Blenheim, as in that interaction, Masiello fell hard onto the court, currently on his back as he's being attended to by the trainers. 2:38 to go here in this one. We'll step aside and be right back.
Buffalo Breathe Now, Western New York's newest respiratory urgent care and walk-in clinic, located at 6161 Transit Road in East Amherst, New York. Open 7 days a week. Visit buffalobreathenow.com or call 716-320-0180. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, buffalobreathenow.com.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Fourth quarter action here between St. Joe's and Nichols. Resumes after an injury timeout. That happened to Masiello, who's still on the bench here, just talking to his assistant coaches. But on the other side of the court, it's Zelasco with it, being guarded by Beback. To the right side, going over to Gooseby. Trying to cut it right by to the left, and Palfrey just got called for the reach-in, and his night is over.
Tough break for that young man, and what a successful career he's had in a Viking uniform. Played a really intense ball game. And as you mentioned, his night is over with just over 2 minutes remaining.
Unofficially for him when it comes to point totals, 25 for him. Just from start to finish, Ryan did everything that he can to make sure that Nichols always stayed in this game.
He absolutely did. And again, you got to marvel his intensity, his effort, being hounded the way he was. That young man brings a lot of energy each and every night.
Kaufman going to get over to Gooseby. Open for 3. Can he get another one? Not that time. Benning trying to cut right through, and Blemon says, not that time.
I don't have the official stats, but that's at least his 6th block this evening. Just a wonderful luxury to have a rim protector. And not only that, a gentleman that can score the basketball and do so many other things outside of protecting the rim.
And we're going to get some substitutions in for Nichols. Looked like number 33, Reed Cohen, and number 22, William Stalka came into the game. And then for St. Joe's, number 20, the senior Peyton Brock. Thompson getting it from the lob out of bounds. To the right now in the corner, being guarded by Brock. Trying to move it over. Thompson, three-pointer, nothing but net. Beautiful job there.
Nice stroke there by Thompson and good balance by that young man. Knocks down that deep three.
Oh, excuse me, it's actually Justin Benning.
Oh, Benning, excuse me.
My apologies. Got the three-pointer to go. Now Kaufman faking that three, going to move it back over to Gooseby. 15 seconds left on the shot clock as we'll get almost a brand new 5 for St. Joe's. But in the meantime, Gooseby not done yet with his performance. He's now got 13 after that layup. Here's the screen by Conan. Now deep three, and what a bucket there by Jonah Thompson. Thompson that time gets the three to fall.
He sure does. Now we have the right name and the right player. Same recipe, though. Another 3-ball by the Vikings. And here you see wholesale changes. A little hockey shift here for the Marauders, 5 deep.
So we have 14, Ryan Wojtaszek. Number 24, Michael Schroffstetter. Along with number 30, Cal Gunther. And looks like 55, Jeremiah Guerrero. Schroffstetter. Number 2, Wojtaszek. Here's a three on the way. Nothing but net. How about that from Cal Gunther, the senior? And there goes the roar from the crowd and the bench.
Like the microwave coming off, heating up immediately from downtown, and you gotta love the great spirit by that entire bench and the staff. Excited for that young man coming in and getting an opportunity in a semifinal game here at Canisius University.
Well, for Nichols, it was a valiant effort. A lot of these guys on this roster are juniors. Most likely will be back next year to try to get another run. But this time, St. Joe's comes away victorious. 68-51. St. Joe's punches their ticket to the Manhattan Cup Championship this Saturday.
Congratulations to the Marauders. As you mentioned, they advanced to the finals against the two teams, one of the two teams that are upcoming. And so they deserve that opportunity, afforded them a chance to win a Monsignor Martin Championship.
And you just mentioned it before. Coming up next, the final Manhattan Cup semifinal round, Canisius against Timon. One of those teams is going to face St. Joe's this Saturday. But for now, we'll sign off on this broadcast, as this was brought to you by Empire Electric. Broadcast team, cameraman Joe Terry, producer Heidi Gunther, color commentator Ryan Gallo. My name is Jacob Feig. We're all coming back here in just about half an hour, where Canisius will face Timon. We'll set up a new broadcast for that one, but for this one, we'll sign off. Have a great night, everyone. For people who want to keep tuning in, make sure you tune in to that next broadcast, Canisius against Timon.